It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Krups, the Sub Compact, and it's a draft beer at home system. It's the top loading version, as we have here on this side. There you go. And I got a little tip for you. Have a little look at the Perfect Draft system by Philips. I made a video of that in the summer. If it's anything to go by, if you've ordered a sub, like one of these, put it in the fridge. That's my first tip for you. Put it in the fridge, because it typically takes maybe 12 hours to cool one of these down to the required temperature. Without further ado, let's get unboxing. Let's have a look at it. Here we go. So what do we get? Instruction manual. That looks like a drip tray to me. Yeah, there's your drip tray. Oops. There's your tap handle. And here is the machine itself. I like the smell of new stuff. It's got that kind of new smell to it. Oh, it's very small. Get rid of that box. I don't think there's anything left in there. Very small looking machine. There it is. I don't think this is going to take much time at all to launch or to get going. It's a lot more compact than the Philips Perfect Draft. But there is one downside. It only holds 2 litres. So first of all, let's get this. There's your tap handle. Let's get it on the counter. So I've just plugged it in. Apparently you've got to wait for that red light to go green before you can use it. Let's wait. Okay, as you can see, we have a green light, which means the machine is ready to go. It took between 20 minutes and half an hour to fully get to the right optimum temperature. So what we do is we pull open this, take this off, and then this is what we're looking for. This is the important thing. So this is the cover. That's there we are. That can go away now, I suppose. With each sub you get a beer line. It's very important that you change the beer line with each sub. I'm calling it a sub. What's the correct term for it? A torps. So this goes in the top of here, I imagine, just pushes down. Yeah, there we go. That goes in there like that. Can you see? Let's shuffle this around. I think it'll be okay. So this then opens. This comes down or off, and then you feed the sub into this loading direction. So the back pin connects with the pin here. makes a noise. This then comes through, goes down into position, clicks into position, tap goes back on. I must say, this is a lovely system. I mean, I've worked in a pub, so I've got a general idea of how this type of thing works. But that was such an easy setup. I had a little glance at the instructions, but it wasn't too much. Let's get a pint glass, pour a beer. I take it most of you know how to pour a beer, but we will show you anyway, as this is a demonstration. So hold the glass on a 45, pull down, makes a noise. And gives you a glass of froth. I mean, I'm going to come in on the camera here. It's just showing you there's no real editing process on this video. It's not a shiny penny of a video. This is real problems. This is working out real issues with the system. Maybe what I'm thinking is they've travelled. They come to me about 2 hours ago. Maybe they just need settling down a little bit. Let's grab another glass. Move that to one side. Oh, the beer is nice and cold, by the way. Let's try another glass. 45. Pull down. Another glass of froth. Let's let it settle down. Let's give it a bit of time and we'll do a beer review. Okay, so here we have it. Here's the Heineken, 5% ABV. In all honesty, it took me about 5 minutes to get it to this stage. To get it to look good in the glass. Slow moving carbonation. This is Heineken from Amsterdam. It's not brewed in the UK. It's the Amsterdam version of the beer. Therefore, it should be the better quality beer. It looks wonderful. Clear, light, pale, straw-coloured beer. One finger white head. Let's get the aroma. Completely different beer. Completely different beer from the beer we get in the UK. There's a little bit of sweetness, but more importantly, there's a nice malt aroma to the beer. It smells good. It smells okay. Let's dive in. Cheers. Ooh. Ooh. Can I really say Heineken is like, ooh, I like that? Why not? It's in my head. Why not just let it dribble out my mouth? Yes, it's a nice beer. That's quite tasty. I want to mention at this stage, I bought this machine myself. I'm not sponsored by Heineken. I'm not sponsored by Krups. I bought this from Beowulf 2 days ago. It came within 2 days. A little Christmas present to myself. So no hidden agendas at all. I like the temperature. Nice and cold. I did mention before, I have had the perfect draft system from Philips. They're small enough. They're small enough that you can just whack them in the fridge. Grab one of these. First thing you do, put it in your chill drawer, in the fridge. It will save you hours and hours of time. Hours of time. And the other thing, I know I'm feeling it a little bit like a nagging gran now, but please make sure you chuck the beer line away when you're finished with it and use the new beer line that comes with each torp or sub or whatever you want to call it. It's very important because you'll have yeast in the beer line, and believe me, I've worked in a pub, I've run a bar, that beer line will ruin your beer if you continue to use it. Please throw it away. This is a comprehensive review. I feel the need to say this type of stuff because this is why you're here. You've bought this product, you've bought this system, you want to know how to use it. That is the best care, that is the best kind of example I can give to you of just how it's not much maintenance. That's what I'm saying. Maybe recycle a little plastic beer line, but the only maintenance is to replace the beer line and give it a bit of a dust, I suppose. It's got a lovely mouthfeel. It's got a more dense mouthfeel than regular good old UK Heineken. This seems like a proper, or it is, not seems, it is a quality drop of lager, this. I mean, look at it. This is the type of lager you expect to see in the pub. You've got lacing on your glass. You've got good... An old brewer once told me, the smaller the bubble, the better the beer. There's no smaller bubble than that in that beer. That is, look at it. Have a look at the top, near the top of the glass at that. Look at that, mesmerising. Flavours, it's almost giving off like a blonde ale taste. Beautifully fresh, really fresh beer. Hoppy on the back end, a little bit of bitterness, a little bit of sweetness from the malt. Beautiful, beautiful beer. Heineken from the Netherlands. Much better than the bottle, much better than the can. This is good quality lager. How it should be drunk. It's expensive, I suppose. I had it on offer, Black Friday or Cyber Monday deal. I had 4 of the 2 litre kegs of the Heineken. So that works out at about 4 pints in each one. So that's 4, 8, 12, that's 16 pints of beer. And the machine for £99. That's the reason why I went for the 4 Heinekens, and because the other stuff was sold out. Would you like to know about the other, whilst I'm here, because I'm just about to wrap things up, would you like to know about other beers? I have been in contact with Beerwolf. Well, they got in contact with me actually, and they said, would you like to do something with us with the torp, with the machine, with the sub? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. So apparently, come in next week to the Krups sub Punk IPA. So we might be doing a review of Punk IPA on the sub. But here are some of the beers to look forward to. Brand Up, Pelforth Blonde, Tiger Lager, Affligem Blonde, Heineken 41 Wild Lager. That looks really good. I'd like to get into that one. Heineken, Sol Cerveza, Desperados, Beer Moretti, Hofbrau, Kalstenhusen, and Cruz Campo Gran Reserva. There's a lot more. That's just a few of the beers. There's a lot more on the website. Have a look at beerwolf.co.uk or .com. I'm in the early stages of discussions with these people on the website. Only threw back 2 emails back and forth about doing something with them. But there's a massive array of these different varieties of beers for these machines on their website. So I'll be keeping an eye on it. Anyway, I like a good blonde or a double, or something decent like that. That about wraps it up, I suppose. It didn't take long at all. I was stressing about how long this video would take to produce, but it was relatively easy setup. How does it compare to the Philips Perfect Draft? There's an upside and a downside to each machine. I feel that this machine, let's turn the camera. There she is. I feel that this machine here can sit in my kitchen. It's small enough for it to sit in my kitchen. The Philips Perfect Draft is a bit big. It's a bit of a monster of a machine. It holds about 9-10 pints. It's a bigger machine. The kegs are larger. Not too easy to install. It's not uneasy to install, should I say. I just feel this is a more compact solution. But if you like your beer and you want to drink more than 4 pints and you can only afford one of these, what do they keep calling these things? If you can only afford a taupe, and some of these taupes are £15. That's £15 for 4 pints of beer. It's a tough call. I had it on offer. I didn't mind paying it. Two litres of beer. If you want to drink more than 2 litres of beer, 4 pints, then you're gonna, and you know it's a little bit expensive. Then you're gonna run out of beer unless you open a bottle from your fridge and drink something else. So that's the downside, really. Maybe not enough beer in each taupe, or maybe that's an upside because it stops you drinking a lot, I suppose. There's upsides and downsides in every warp of life. So between the two systems, I mean, it was never about. I've used the two systems, so I suppose it could be about what I prefer. If you want to have a weekender with the wife or the girlfriend or your mates or whatever, then the Philips Perfect Draft is more expensive though. So there's upsides and downsides everywhere. I think it's another £100. There's £200 for the machine. So more money for the Philips Perfect Draft, but you could probably get about, I think we had 2 or 3 days of fun with one keg of the Philips Perfect Draft, whereas I could probably, I mean, if I'm really on one, I'll drink one of these taupes in an hour. I'll drink a pint every 15 minutes. So I'm drinking one of these taupes every hour. That's maybe £15 an hour for a taupe. So yeah, upsides and downsides. It's all down to yourselves. If you want a compact system in your kitchen, go for this. If you want a big machine with loads of beer, go for the Philips Perfect Draft. Do you want me to rate the beer? I'll rate the beer. I like that enough to give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. The actual machine itself, I like it. I like it. It was a nice Christmas present to myself. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers.